Yana. Welcome to your Restorative Rest practice. Today's Restorative Rest practice is yoga for finding calm in the center of the storm. Today's practice will begin sitting. We will focus on breath work. We will focus on just finding that place of stillness within you when it seems like the rest of the world is going mad. So there is this infinite place of stillness within us all. So we'll use the practice today to access that stillness. So beginning by inhaling, sitting nice and tall in Sukhasana, whatever's comfortable for you, you can place both feet, right foot towards the groin, the left foot in front, if that's good for you. If this is a lot for your knees, you could even sit something underneath your sit bones, lift your gift, move what you've got, and feel the sit bones grounding into the ground. Rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Inhale deeply in through the nose. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Inhale, rotating the shoulders up. Exhale, dropping them down. Letting that weight go. Inhale, this time closing the eyes, feeling the shoulders coming up. Maybe it's not as much of a dramatic lift, but on the exhale, once the breath becomes fully engaged, belly button back towards the spine, exhaling, releasing all the air out of the body, and then just giving the shoulders a wiggle here. Let the head go nice and loose and free. Back and forth, just shaking out the shoulder, shaking out the hand. Beginning to inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. You might even inhale in through the nose as you shake out the hands, and exhale, fluttering the lips, horse lips. Inhale again. Whatever feels good to really release the jaw here. You might even lean forward and let the jaw, the head, neck it free. Release the head. And one more time, inhale deep in through the nose and exhale. Releasing the jaw, releasing the teeth. And coming to sitting, the sit bones, heart over pelvis, head over the heart. And imagine that there's a small line or string pulling the head up towards the heavens. Inhale the arms up above the head, gathering this energy into the center of the heart, and exhale, releasing the hands. Inhale, reach, gather the energy above the head, exhale back to heart center. Just starting to get familiar with the sound of the breath. So when the mind becomes distracted, sometimes the brain will make up lots of noise. The mind will think lots of thoughts. So we're inviting with this practice today to try to find our center, creating the center by making the sound of the breath louder than the sound of the thoughts. So inhale and exhaling. We'll begin with some neck circles, the chin down towards the chest, chin back up towards the sky, chin down towards the chest. We're just going to release through the back of the neck. The shoulders will sometimes bring in this tightness into the neck, which will then cause chronic tension, maybe headaches, maybe even migraines. So inhaling, feeling that calm, chin reaching up to the top of the room, head reaching down towards the belly button. And one more time, chin up. Feeling how much air can you take into the center of your chest. And this time, right ear comes up towards the right Left ear comes up towards the right center of the room. Chin down towards the chest. From right ear to left corner of the room. Little semicircles here. You can close the eyes, chin to chest. Exhale, inhale the head up. And see, can you really expand the rib cage? You might even place the hands on the ribs and feeling the breath as you inhale in. Feel the 360 of the breath expanding the ribs. Belly button back towards spine. Left ear comes up into the sky. To right corner. Chin back down. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin back down. And if you've had enough, that might be causing more tension. You could just release the hands down to the knees. And one more side circle here. And notice, can you feel the opening in the side of the ears? So even if there's any fluid or liquid tension in the ears, or even congestion throughout the head and neck, this semicircle can begin to bring in a sense of levity, a sense of space in even the way we perceive sound. And exhaling the chin back down towards the chest. Chin back up to neutral. Right ear to right side, over right shoulder. Then looking over left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale to left side. Nice and tall through the body here. Inhale, looking over the right shoulder. So this is, even depending on your mobility issues, or if you have a lot of mobility, this might seem really easy, right? But if this is a challenge for you, beginning to even just feel, what can you do from the inside out? Or if you think this is too easy for you, maybe closing the eyes and sensing, how does this feel to open up the side of the neck? Noticing any snap, crackling, and popping in the neck. These are neck exercises you can do every day. Excuse me, that opens up any congestion, any sinus congestion. Opens up space in the side of the ear and the neck. Or this is even just great to do first thing in the morning. Or if you're feeling really tense at the end of your day, and head back to center. Beautiful. Rotating the shoulders up. Exhale, releasing them down again. Rotating the shoulders up, and imagine there's pencils coming out of the shoulders, circling the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulders forward, up towards the ears, and squeezing on the back side of the body, squeezing a pencil between the scapula. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up. Exhale, even getting your elbows involved in it. Shrugging the shoulders up, elbows squeeze back. Inhale up. Elbows squeezing back, and then switching direction. Squeezing the elbows up and around. In and up and around. Opposite direction, in and up and around. Beautiful. Fantastic. And one more here. We'll do diagonal. So looking up to the left corner of the room and then down to the right side. Inhale left. Closing the eyes here and just noticing, how does the neck feel from the inside. This is a good for the text neck here, or if you use your phone or your computer a lot. Making this diagonal here, tracing the diagonal from the top corner of the room, left corner, to the bottom right corner of the room. And noticing, can you feel this in, back behind the scapula, back behind the shoulder blade on the left side. Really breathe into any tightness. Or if you feel a particularly crunchy area, really breathe into that area. You might take a little more time and space in one specific area. And then head back to neutral in the center. We'll do the opposite side. Right chin up to the right corner of the room, chin down towards the left corner of the room. Tall through the spine here, nice and tall. Imagine that string is pulling you up right in your right corner. So as you're elongating through the neck, also not letting any compression or gravity sink the vertebrae, the cervical spine. Those little tiny vertebrae between the back of the neck, where the neck and the head meet, creating space there. Right chin up to the right corner, left chin to the bottom corner. Noticing, can you feel the stretch all the way in the back of the right shoulder blade? 2 more times, right chin up to the left corner and back to central. And then we'll do the Janet Jackson, side to side, side to side. So try to keep the shoulders stationary. You could even, for dramatic effect, be very careful here, especially if you have any neck issues. I won't get too crazy because I do have neck issues. So head to the right and head gently to the left. Head to the right and head to the left. Head to the right, head to the left. Try to really stabilize your shoulders, head to the right. Breathe in and head to the left. Head to the right. Translating the movement side to side. You'll notice with my head, it moves easier. Maybe one side to the other. The right feels great. Left side, not so mobile. But that's life. So being compassionate with noticing the difference between one side and the other, and then just even closing the eyes here, maybe head to the left, and feeling, breathing into any tension in the back of the cranium. Head to the right. You release the head, neck, jaw, the eyes in the socket. Head to the left. Head to the right. Breathe into your chest. Don't get frustrated with yourself as you're trying something new, and then release and let that go. Shake your shoulders out. Shake and shimmy, release the shoulders. Fantastic. And we're going to roll the chin down. So chin rolling down. And allowing the front body, the fingertips to move forward. So the head no longer over the axis of the spine, the fingertips reaching forward. You can stack the right fist on top of the left and let the forehead reach on the ground. Releasing the neck here. Breathing into the back of the neck. The belly loose and free. Noticing any tension that may have gathered up from those exercises. Translating the breath being the balm to soothe any of those areas. And even on the forward fold, noticing, are both hip bones touching the ground? You may have come too far forward if you notice the right hip bone is lifted off the ground as opposed to, or maybe the left hip bone is lifted off the ground. That's telling you to ease back a little bit. Or maybe for you, you're just resting your hands on the ground and the head, chin resting towards the chest, breathing into the back of the neck here. Both sit bones on the ground. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, walking the hands back up. Head over the spine. And we'll carve the hand up the right side of the jaw, the chin, and massage with the palm into the side of the forehead. Especially or if you tend to have any tension, headaches, eyes feeling really worked from working on the computer a lot, massaging in that right temple. And then reaching up, the arm up into the air, reaching over, right hand to left knee, left hand comes back behind the base of the spine. Rotate the shoulders up and down and back, nice and tall from the chest, and looking over that left shoulder. Breathe into your proud chest. Notice the belly button supporting this tall, lengthening elongation of the spine. And notice what's happening with your breath. So the coming back to this dialogue with the body, feeling these subtle movements, right? In the restorative practice, we're really asking ourselves to slow down, giving ourselves permission to slow down. In a grind culture that all the time is this capitalist, right? Go, 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 grind, grind. You're not doing something unless you're doing 5 things at a time. So really asking yourself to do just one thing. And the most important thing in this restorative practice is to just allow yourself to breathe. And noticing if at any point the breath becomes more shallow, easing off what it is you're asking the body physically to do, and maybe just come an inch out of the position and then reconnect with the breath. Beautiful. Releasing the hands, right hand, right knee, left hand, the left knee, chin down towards the chest. Breathe into the back of the neck, release the shoulders down, squeeze elbows in towards the midline of the body. Beautiful. Chin up. And then tracing the left palm up the left side of the jaw, maybe even massaging into behind the jaw here. How often do you massage your face? Massaging into the temple, using the palm of the hand to even massage and circle into the side of the left temple. Noticing how calming and relieving it is just to give yourself this little bit of touch. This feedback of your own touch, the senses. Lifting the left hand up into the air. And left hand comes to right knee. Tall to the chest. Rotate the right shoulder back. Behind the spine, right hand comes onto the floor. You might just look here, that's fine. Or if you're feeling like you need a little bit more, first beginning the twist from the bottom of the spine, the middle of the spine, and last the upper spine. But first, make sure the shoulders are dumping forward, the head is over the heart, heart over the pelvis. And then this gentle twist, giving yourself permission to maybe even close the eyes here, experiencing the pose from the inside out. Deep breath, noticing. Where does the mind go when the breath becomes constricted? Perhaps it's thoughts of the future, what's happening next, or the thoughts might get stagnant on what happened in the past. Using the exploration of the breath, deeper connection with yourself from the inside out to develop this awareness. Belly button back towards spine on the exhale. Gently releasing the hands. Hands come back, right hand, right knee, left hand, left knee. And this time, chin up towards the sky. Long through the back of the neck, imagine that you have a tennis ball or maybe even a grapefruit to help Support the back of the neck so you're not dumping into the neck, but lifting gently out of the neck. Beautiful. And we've been sitting here for a moment, so releasing the left leg forward, then the right leg forward. Left leg comes in towards the groin this time, and walking the fingertips over so the torso is directed over the right leg. Not so much about how wide the leg is, whatever feels good for you here. And then walking the body forward. Releasing the elbows down. You might even stack your fists one on top of another. Or if you have a pillow, you can even release and give yourself just this little forward fold here. If you're feeling like you need some support, you could roll up your mat, place it underneath the right knee. Or if the hamstrings feel even particularly more tight, placing this underneath the finger gift here so you have this height in the femur. Letting yourself cascade over this right leg. Connecting with the breath from the inside out. Giving yourself permission to slow down. And then walking the hands back up. Right foot comes in, left leg comes out, toes up towards the ceiling, knee towards the ceiling, right foot in towards left inner thigh. Nice and tall, fingertips reaching the heart up towards the sky. Micro bend in this last left knee, the last knee that you have to do, and then slowly walking your hands forward. Releasing the torso down towards the knee. Notice, do you have a tendency to quickly throw yourself into the pose, or can you just gently, with each breath, release into the fullness of the breath? I love forward fold. We really begin to signal to the body that it's okay to calm down. It's okay to release as we feel the belly inhalate, the inhalation coming into the belly. Filling up the pelvic girdle and the exhale leaving the body. With every exhale, you might even find that gravity brings the torso down towards the floor. One more deep inhalation here. Exhale, release, walking the feet back up. And if you had something rolled underneath you can unroll that. We'll come into a gentle bridge position. So knees together here. Just releasing the feet, hip-width distance apart, palms up towards the sky. A little intermediary resting pose for a second to just familiarize ourselves with the floor, our friend. Taking a nice deep breath. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Filling up the breath, letting it come into the bottom of the belly, center of the chest, all the way up into the armpits. Perhaps holding the breath at the top if that's comfortable for you. And then on the exhale, releasing the top, middle, and belly button back towards spine on the bottom of the exhalation. Take 2 more breaths like that, filling up the 3-part breath, or this is also known as a Durga breath. So breathing into the bottom of the belly. Feeling the belly rise into the hand, middle of the chest, the ribs coming up until the heart rises all the way. The breath comes into the chest, and then as it releases, feeling the heart coming back towards the floor, the ribs knitting together, and then the belly button drops back down towards the floor, releasing even the lower back here. Fantastic. And then we'll lift both feet up into the air, coming to Dead Bug pose. You can grab a hold of the outside of your heels or the inside of the heels, whatever's available for you. Rock back and forth on your lower back here. This feels so great. If you've spent a lot of time sitting today, driving perhaps, picking up little ones, caring for other people, this is such a great way to really release the lower back and get more grounded in your own body. When you feel ready, letting that rock come back to a point of stabilization. Spreading the toes wide and far apart, pressing the heels, hands into the heels. You might even widen the grip on the thighs, pressing the femur back into the pelvic girdle. Beautiful. And on the exhale, releasing the hands down, feet in parallel. And just take a nice breath here, releasing the neck. Notice, can you untuck the tailbones? The lower back presses into the floor. Feet parallel. You can even bring your hands so the palms are almost touching the back of your heels. Feet hip width distance apart. And then gently tucking the tailbone under, lifting the tailbone off the ground. Middle back peels off the floor, and upper back all the way to the shoulder blades peel off the floor. Still releasing nice and loose through the jaw and the neck. Take a deep breath here. You can even robot arms, press into your elbows here. So fingertips are up towards the sky, and then exhale. The whole spine back down towards the ground. If you weren't sure what's happening, you can take a look at the screen here, but you don't want to necessarily turn the head right back and forth to the right or left when you're coming up in this pose, to be gentle to your neck. So you can sit up and look for a second if you're not familiar with bridge pose, pressing both feet into the ground, chin up towards the sky. I'm going to press in my robot arms, meaning I have my 45-degree angle hands. Fingers spread nice and wide apart. I am a robot, pressing into my elbows and then lifting the lower tail off the ground. Middle tail comes off the ground. Chest rises, pressing, even my toes are pressed off the ground. Feeling this in my inner thighs here. Nice and loose, chin rises. I could hold a grape. Egg of grapefruit underneath my chin, nice and loose through the chin, and then slowly the scapula, back of the back, mid back, the lower tailbone peels onto the floor, glues back onto the floor. Last thing, my tail, if I would have a tail, would be coming down between the legs, and then the feet release and the toes release, the hands release. So we'll try that 2 more times on your own. Inhale. Lower, middle, upper back off the floor, pressing into the hands. Imagine that you're squeezing a block between the legs. Exhale. This is so good for your back. Slowly gluing the whole spine back onto the floor. And then rolling up the spine again. Tail comes off the ground, mid-back. Breathing into the center of your beautiful chest. And then exhale, rolling the spine down one vertebra at a time. Fantastic. This time on the exhale, draw both knees in towards the chest. You could wrap your forearm around the shins. Grab the other forearm, wrap it around the other shin. You might grasp the hands in the center if that's available to you. Or if you really want to squeeze yourself into a tight ball here, grab a hold of both elbows. Release the breath out on a deep sigh. Compressing the digestive organs. Letting the body know that it's safe, it's okay in a busy day, a world gone way too fast, maybe, as we're moving back into life here after all of our time in more of a cocoon state. Just really making that commitment to yourself to honor your own pace, honor the pace that you may have slowed down to in the past while here of your life. Honor what your body needs so that you can then in turn be of a grounded, serving mind for your life and for your obligations, family, community. Deep belly breath, breathing into the belly. Notice, can you peel the lower back onto the floor, squeeze the lower back onto the floor. One more deep inhalation, feeling the belly breathe, belly filling up, massaging the internal organs. Then on the exhale, releasing the hands, slowly letting the feet come back down onto the ground, feet hip width distance apart, hands up to the air. Notice how good it feels. Now that the arms are unconstricted. Deep inhalation in through the nose. You're exhaling out the mouth. Palms up towards the sky. We'll come into a gentle guided rest practice here. Shavasana, taking yourself in this resting pose. This is the most important part of the restorative rest practice, is actually this lying pose. How quickly can you release the eyes, the jaw, the back of the head, the neck. Notice if you're gripping anywhere, shaking the shoulders back and forth, releasing the palms, maybe making fists, pumping the hands back and forth, releasing the fingertips. Breathing into the belly, letting the lower back release onto the floor. Hips widening, back of the knees reaching down, feeling the surface of the floor beneath you, the heels, feet opening up towards the corners of the room. And noticing how quickly can you come into a point of relaxation. Eyes relaxed in the socket. Tongue relaxed in the mouth. Jaw relaxed and release. Letting go. Coming back to giving your permission to yourself. So taking this opportunity before the end of your day, or maybe this may even be in the middle of your day, giving yourself this permission, seeing how quickly can you release and let go. Tracking the breath in the body, noticing where the breath is entering in the body as it comes in through the nostrils, the temperature of the breath as it enters the back of the throat, as it fills up the chest, the breath coming in, and then noticing the breath as it exhales, releasing belly button back towards spine, the warm breath leading out the mouth or the nostrils again. Eyes closed, gazing up towards the center of the brow, releasing any muscles in the face, and then just beginning to track to yourself, breathing in, I'm breathing in, tracking the coolness of the breath as it enters in the body, breathing out, I'm breathing out, noticing the breath as it's warmed, tracking that, silently saying to yourself, breathing in, I'm breathing in, breathing out, I'm breathing out. Again, following the breath in, breathing in, silently repeating, breathing out. We'll begin at the number 10, counting from 10 to 1, beginning with breathing in. I'm breathing in 10. When you get to the exhale, breathing out, I'm breathing out 10. Really slowing the breath down as slow as possible. And then when you get to 9, breathing in 9. Full deep breath, breathing out and breathing out 9. Like that, back to 1. Okay. Let's begin together at 10. Breathing in. And breathing in 10. Breathing out and breathing out 10. Silently, nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just letting the body relax. Don't hurry the breath, take your time. And notice if you lose track of the count, going back to 10 again. Take your time. Full, complete breath in. Relax, deep exhalation out. Still keeping with the counting. You're doing great. Wherever you are with the counting, taking one more round of breath, the deepest, fullest inhalation of your day. The deepest, complete, most releasing exhalation of the day. Maybe even pursing the lips and blowing out any staleness out of the body. And just noticing the state of relaxation in the body. Aware of the breath, breathing itself. Charging the body with this deep relaxation, aware of the lightness of the breath, and yet the expansiveness. Now feeling the whole body becoming lighter and lighter. The head is light, so light that it could even rise from the floor. The right and left palms are becoming light. The arms and the shoulders, just with the weight lifted from the body. The back releases into the gravity of the floor, just light, the whole body. The right thigh is light, the left thigh is light. Right heel is light, the left heel is light. The whole body feeling weightless. When your whole body becomes weightless, just feel as if you're rising from the floor. In this state of complete relaxation. The body light as a feather. And allowing this quality of lightness to move into the mind-body state, and even into the emotions. Just feeling light and relaxed here. Again, the whole body is light as a feather. And becoming aware of the whole body. Just visualizing your whole body in the room where it is. Taking a nice deep inhalation. Breathing that breath into any part of the body that might need support. You could even place your hand on that part of the body. Breathing that support, that lightness, that relaxation into any part of the body. Feeling the body supported by the ground. The mind feeling lighter and more support from this practice. Noticing the mind-body state. And becoming aware of your body in the room, aware of your external environment, and becoming aware of the permission that you granted yourself to be in the state of rest. And then gently, quietly repeating to yourself, I am practicing deep relaxation. Again, say silently to yourself, I am practicing deep relaxation. And one more time, repeating to yourself, deep relaxation comes easily to me. And on the exhale, just releasing anything that's not serving you. When you feel ready, you might stay in this position, or you might roll over to your right side, taking your time, no need to hurry. Resting in this gentle, resting fetal position with the eyes closed. The seed position. And when you're feeling ready, gently pushing yourself back up to sitting. Hands in front of the heart, palms pressed into the center of the chest. Bowing the chin down towards the crook of the neck. Breathing, giving gratitude for showing up for this healing practice. Taking this time to slow down and give yourself this much deserved restorative rest practice. Namaste and Ashe. I'm Afia Yana. If you found this practice beneficial, please share it with a friend. Come back to these practices. They're here for you. And know that you are part of a community of other people practicing this deeply transformative practice of restorative rest. Brought to you by the African American Arts and Cultural Complex in San Francisco. Ashe.